Hello. Can you introduce yourself?
Hello, Michael Gomez, guitar player for the band Unspoken,
Awesome.
real estate investor and real estate broker here in Nashville, Tennessee.
Great. Thank you so much for appearing on my iPhone video roll.
All right.
I had a question for you. So what does your life look like as a realtor? I know you're with Benchmark Realty and also a touring musician. What are the high points? What are the low points? What are your thoughts?
High points is that I make a lot of money. The low points is that I don't have a life. No, okay.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just kidding. Oh no, listen. When I got into real estate, everybody was getting out. It was about 7 years ago. The market had crashed, and I was broke as a joke. My wife was pregnant with our first, and I saw a show on TV that had some guys selling real estate. And I'm like, maybe I can do that. So I got my license and started affiliating myself with not necessarily a team, but I just found the busiest agent in that office that I came in, and I said, "Hey, listen, I would love to just work whatever you have. I'll work your scraps. I'm hungry and I work really hard." And so he's like, "Oh, you know what? I don't like working with buyers, so maybe you can take all my buyer leads." So I was getting 100 buyer leads a month that I was started to work with, and I got really good at working with buyers and selling foreclosures. Now the band that I was playing in, we were just getting signed to a record deal with Centricity, and we weren't playing as much because we had just moved from the Northeast to this new area. So I had a lot of time in my hands to put in, which is normally not the case for a lot of. I have a few musician friends now that they have their license, and they've all called me before to ask me, "Hey, how do you do this?" And I just say, hey, you just have to master the technique of being in two places at the same time, which I've become a master at. And you rely on other people. You find an agent or a friend that's an agent that you're good friends with or whatever. Say, listen, I'm going to be on the road this weekend. Anything that I get, can you cover me? I'm going to cut you in. Nice. And I'm not talking about cutting him like giving him $75 for gas or whatever. I'm talking about, listen, I'm going to cut you in 30%, 50%, whatever, 70%, whatever makes sense. And then you kind of start building a little, you can have 2 or 3 people like that. And you can say, hey, listen, I'm going to be gone and I just need you to cover me. I mean, would you rather make 0 or 30, 50, 70% of a commission? You know what I mean? So that's about it. That's kind of like, as far as the high points, again, I love to do what I do. It's great that I can be a musician and chase my dreams, my passions, and also do business in real estate and find my niche in the investments that I've done somewhat. And then low points is it's hard to go on vacation and kind of disconnect. You know, you're always thinking that if you don't, and in this thing you have to check your phone every 2-3 minutes. You know, time is so crucial, and you're gonna feel like you're gonna miss that $1 million lead that came in or whatever because you didn't respond in time. So managing that and getting to a point where and of course, in the beginning, you're hungry. You just want to try to sell it all. But it gets to a point where you kind of figure out that, if you're going to take a break, you're going to take a break. You're going to need it, or you're going to get sick because you're going to be overworked and all that stuff. So if there was one advice that I would have would be to just manage your time really well and learn your craft, learn your contracts, learn the documents, learn every type of loans there is out there, learn zoning things. Just get really good at your craft. It'll minimize liability, and it'll make you an expert, and that way you don't really have to sell stuff that much, and people just call you because they know that you know
your stuff. Yeah,
and that's about it. So not necessarily low points. I would say it's hard to go on vacation. It's hard to be on vacation. It's hard to sometimes be present. You're trying to have dinner with a buddy and you got to check your phone 800 times. It's not cool. Yeah. But so I'd say that's the kind of what comes with the territory, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate it.
Roll Tide.
Oh, that is not okay.
I don't even know what that means. I just say that.
Don't go to Alabama.
Don't go to Alabama.
They will kill you. Okay. All right. See ya.